everybody. Welcome to Midnight Madness. Have you guys figured out the theme is cold weather? Everybody keeps talking about the cold weather, so we're bringing the warmth to Midnight Madness. How's everybody doing? How you guys doing in the studio? You guys doing okay?
So cold, Sandy.
Well, that's a good question, Chris. You probably have the most snow, right?
Yeah, it's snowing. It snowed like 3 times today, and I had to shovel twice. So, and it's snowing again. So, you know what? I'm just going to wait till 12. Forget it, you know?
How many inches of snow?
I think it's probably like 8 inches. It snows like an inch. It's just enough to be annoying. Basically.
That makes sense.
An inch. An inch is enough to be annoying. I mean, they close school for more than this, you know? We went to school in this kind of weather.
We lost Kathy. Kathy will be back. Kathy's having some computer problems, I think. So
yeah,
she'll be back. And David, did you get any snow down in Texas?
Today it was 65 degrees, which is about as cold as it's been in a year. So no, we don't have snow.
We had snow this morning at about 5:30 a.m. I saw maybe 4 entire flakes of snow, and that was it. But Pensacola, Florida got lots of snow. So how's that work out? I'm kidding.
Well, we broke the planet, Sandy. That's what happened.
And I'll also say that Darren is a trooper. Darren's in the warmest weather that we have, and he came prepared for the cold weather.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, that's just sort of logistics of a worldwide thing. So it's like when you guys are in summer, I'm in winter.
That's true.
I'm in summer when you guys are in winter.
So he's going to make us wear cold weather gear in July for Midnight Madness.
Ooh. Thanks for giving me the idea, Sandy.
So, Darren, tell us about the beard. What's going on with the beard?
Well, it's growing well. No danger of it being cut off.
Now, why would it be cut off?
Well, Owen, our parish help, said if we got over 100,000, I think it was, that I'd have to cut it off.
Well, that's a good time to tell us what the stats are.
Yeah.
You think we're going to get 100,000 and Darren's going to have to cut off his beard?
Yeah, well, at the moment it's saying 71,363.
No, so about, let's just call it and say 28,000 to go. And this we have 8 more hours, right?
8 hours.
8 more hours to go. So I think we can do it.
Yeah.
We need to chant. Shave the beard. Shave the beard.
3,000 an hour.
So you guys have got. I see a lot of people have had some snow. So that's what we thought. Everybody was saying how much snow, and they were snowed in. And as Chris, they were shoveling snow all weekend in between the thon. So we thought we'd have some fun with that. Okay, so bingo. I dropped the link to the bingo card. If this is your first time playing bingo on WikiTree or first time even in a hangout, what we're going to do is click on that link. And that'll bring up your bingo card. It's random. Not everybody has the exact same card. And let me share the rules real quick for bingo. So the rules are a person can only win a prize once every 6 months. That's a WikiTree rule. If you have won a prize this thon already, you can still play bingo. Just don't yell bingo at me. Okay? So please feel free. Have fun. And share stories, because if you're looking at the card now, we're looking for stories to go with the entries. And we're getting a little silly and a little crazy and weird tonight with genealogy and the thon. So 1 prize per household every 6 months. That's just to keep it fair. And the WikiTree will contact you after the thon, give a few days. They will contact you and tell you what the prize is. We don't know what the prize is. I forgot to ask again. And they will contact you and give you the prize information, and they will get the information from you on how to get the prize to you. It's open to everybody. So bring your family, bring your friends. We have 2 people who brought their cat. So feel free to do that. And there's only one bingo game. For those of you that are used to bingo with me and David, we used to have 2 cards per live cast. There's only one. How do you win bingo? So how do you win bingo? Bring up that card, click on the link, bring up the card, and use your mouse as a dabber. Go ahead and click on the globe in the middle. That's a free space. So everybody go ahead and click on that now. And to win bingo, horizontal, vertically, or diagonally. There's no word to type in this hour when we're doing bingo, because bingo is the prize. Some people asked me that last night. What was the word? There's no word. We're playing bingo for the prize. And all of you could win bingo at the same time. But whoever shouts bingo at me in the chat first that has a valid bingo card winning card, then that's who wins. If you've already won a prize at the Source-a-thon, or if you've won a prize this particular Connect-a-thon, still play and have fun, but just don't shout bingo at me as Florian.
Thanks, Kathy. That blew out my eardrums. Thank you.
Sorry, but Flo's Bingo is back.
I know, and I will tell you that Florian is the one who started the bingo shouting at me, because as he knows, I tend to talk a lot when we're going through the bingo card, and I don't always look at the chat. And Fairly, I have your ID from last night, but thank you for reminding me that if you do win bingo in your WikiTreeer, please drop the link to your WikiTree ID after you are confirmed the winner. That way we can make sure that we get the information to you. Because as you see, YouTube changed the way that they show your name and your ID, so we don't always know who everybody is. And I think that's all the rules that we have. So let's go ahead and play and have some fun with this. Let me bring this
Let's do
down.
this.
Okay. And I will tell you with the bingo, normally my co-hosts do not know what's going to be shared, but they do know the bingo because I've been told that they have some funny stories to go with this. So here we go. So the first thing, tree sink panic. I will tell you that with the thon, in just an hour ago, I synced a tree, the child, as the husband of the mother. And I was panicking. So that is some tree sink panic. Do you guys have any tree
sink? The same thing today.
I know. I don't know what it is, right?
Time out. What's a tree sink panic?
Just what I said. I synced the wrong tree to the wrong way, and I was panicking.
So you barked up the wrong tree, basically.
Yeah, I don't think it was possible for the son to be married to the mother. I know.
I had a father and son with the same name.
Yeah.
And linked the mother to the son rather than the father, and then couldn't figure out why the son already had a wife when I didn't add a wife.
I know.
Yeah, that's never happened to me. I can honestly say that's never really happened to me because I actually look at the stuff.
Yeah. I look at the stuff, but sometimes when I'm on a kind of no caffeine month here, and I really need the caffeine. So if you guys have the similar situation, you're not alone. We have it too. And here's Mel. I added child to parents, landed back on the empty profile of the father, panicked because I thought I'd connected the wrong child, so I unconnected them. Only realized that you did do it right, and you had to reconnect them. And then I like Danita's. Hi, Danita. Danita will be on the next Hangout. Make sure that you watch it along with Darren. Family Tree Maker Tree Sink Panic is when you get a failure syncing to Ancestry.
Yeah, I have Family Tree Maker installed. This rig can't handle CD-ROMs anymore. It's a new computer, so.
Gosh. Okay, let's state ourselves, Chris. So you didn't say the big floppy, so that was probably good. And yeah, I just added a mom married to her daughter and had to spend time fixing it. And you're looking at it, right, Haley? You're looking at it and you're like, okay, what happened here? What's going on? And so you guys are not alone with that. Okay, the next one. Unhinged timeline crafting. Anybody got a story with that? Unhinged timeline crafting. So how many of you have had a parent and then you added a child that was born 50 years ago, but you're going to craft that into being correct?
How about two half brothers born within 9 months of each other? Like 8 months apart? Only because the father was, messing around. That's the polite way to saying it.
There's another entry on this card that fits that one perfectly, Chris. So good.
Oh, sure there is. I see it right now. Yeah.
But I find that if you just roll along and look at some of the trees on some of the other sites and you're bringing them over here into WikiTree and you don't quite look at the timeline correctly, I just will say don't always trust those leaves. Those leaves can steer you wrong. Okay, next one. And I don't know why it's giving me these letters. I apologize, guys. Spelling variations becomes a real fight. Which one is it? Which one is the right name? And I will tell you, I even have the problems with the Smiths. But tonight, it was the Fergusons. I've had so much problem with the Fergusons.
Yeah, that's the story of my life. and out of genealogy.
I was going to say, for Italians, do you find that a lot?
Yes. Constantly. It's a constant struggle. Only when they come to America that the spelling variations happen. Doesn't really happen that much in Italy, but it does happen here in the United States quite a lot, unless your name is something like, I don't know, Brandy Grande or something simple.
Yes, that's true. For those of you that weren't here last night, Chris thought he knew my name, but he didn't, and he got it wrong.
Yes, completely wrong.
And this is true. So this is the point too. When you've got like the ERs or the ARs at the end, it gets really, really tricky. And I see a couple people just joined, so let me kind of try and catch you guys up. There's the card if you missed it. We've already had a few. Oh, that's a tough spelling variation. Because if you're searching and you're searching for FA and it's really a T, you've got kind of a hard time to search with that if you're using wildcards.
Fosna and Tasna.
That's tough. 8 or 9 spelling variations of her last name. So what do you guys do? I go with the birth. Whatever the closest birth certificate is, and if there's not one, then what do you do?
I go with the one that's on that birth record, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I try to find one that is where they've written it themselves. Like if the family did a tombstone, I'm assuming the family knows how to spell their own name if it's that family, or if it's a World War II draft card and the person filled it out themselves.
That's a good one. I like whatever the father used. Birth is the rule. But if you don't have the birth, Florian, what are you going to use? And the census is tough. I've seen so many different names, and we kind of talked about that earlier too. What happens if they use the middle name? That one's tricky.
And the census is always filled out by somebody else, even if the family gives the information, somebody else is writing it down.
And Polish script. And yeah, if you've got script too, that's even more difficult. So that's interesting to see what you guys pick. Okay, so the next one, document. I never heard of her. Who's document? Never heard of this woman, but I have heard of sources. So this is kind of the play on this week. This is the Connect-a-thon, but it's also still the Source-a-thon. We got to make sure that we put on real sources, good sources, full sources, and do the whole profile effect with it. But here's the question for a lot of you. And we touched on it briefly yesterday. What happens if I have no source? And I saw you all talking about this in the general thon chat. I don't really have a good source for it. What should I do? I know that I have the person, they are documented in Family Bible or somewhere, but I don't have a good source. And a lot of you said no source, no profile.
Well, you could always do DNA evidence or talk to a family member, and that you can use the family member as a source. If the person's like relatively recent, maybe like within the last, 50 years, maybe. Hey, works for me.
It's tough. What do you guys do out in chat? If you don't have a source, and mostly we're talking about died young there. I am curious though, because for example, my kid tries to have almost zero social media footprint. And there are sources, I guess you will find along the way that will be picked up, like Ancestry likes to pick up residences and things like that, even for modern times. But that's not really a source of who he is or who his parents are. So I'm really curious to see all these people that live off the grid, and if you don't have a source. Okay, the Flo says that source, according to WikiTree, is where does the information come from in order to see how credible it is. Therefore, I'm flexible. What does that mean, Flo? How flexible? And the Bible is a source. And there's on WikiTree they did a really good citation.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't have Family Bible, so what do you do then? I don't have a Family Bible. My dad doesn't have a Family Bible. So what do you do if you don't have a Family Bible?
Chris, you do what I do and you start your own Family Bible.
You lie? All right.
Oh, you're lying in the Bible? No.
Hey, you walked it for that one.
If a child tells me the date of death of their parent, it's fine. I can tell you right now, my child will not ever remember a date. So be wary. If you guys come, after me, after I'm long gone, and you look at my records and you rely on my kid to give you the facts and the truth, just know it's not a source. But Kathy's right. Why not start? Why not start now?
Yeah. Start your own Family Bible.
Start your own Family Bible.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Just make stuff up. All right. I see how it is.
That's
I see how
what
it goes.
I did.
Okay, so the next one, since we're talking about it, the mystery baby unlocked. And this is where, we've talked about this too. If you got farmers, or if you've got people that we're talking way back when, where they were maybe poor and documentation wasn't a thing, or going to a courthouse wasn't a thing. So,
or if the baby was conceived out of wedlock.
That's true. But that's a perfect example, because if they were conceived out of wedlock, the chances of finding a birth certificate are probably very low, or the birth certificate's wrong.
Yeah.
And then, as Chris said earlier, you might need DNA.
Yeah.
And we got a bingo.
So we got bingo already? Okay.
We got a bingo already. That's all. That was quick. She had every first one. Kim, can you give me the link? Your WikiTree profile link. That would be great. And this is true. Babies weren't mentioned. And just today, Sue was working on a family with 4 named children. I found a website of where the family was listed. So that's That's pretty amazing too. Okay, so we do have a bingo winner, but it's still a little early, and we are allowed to go a little bit longer for Midnight Madness. So, Kim, if you would put in the chat the link or your WikiTree ID, that would be fantastic. I know a lot of you are going to go to sleep. Who's staying up all night?
Mine too.
Okay, let me, and as always with bingo, let me go on the next one. If you were one away and you missed bingo, let's see if you would have won. Family Legend Fuel. How many of you are documenting Family Legend, and who has a really awesome one?
Family Legend Fuel. I don't really have any legends per se, because every story has been pretty much true. So I don't really have any legends.
And do you document them on profiles?
Yeah, sure.
I know we had some fun ones last night. It was kind of interesting. The whole story of David was fun. What was it? The 30-day rule, David?
Yeah, the woman left her husband for a celebrity, 5th, 1920, and told him it was going to be a 30-day trial. If she wasn't back in 30 days, it was permanent. But otherwise, if it didn't work, she'd be back.
I forgot. Did she come back?
Well, he sued her for divorce while she was gone.
Did she come back?
No, but I don't know where they were. He traveled to San Francisco to go after the opera singer that she'd fallen in love with, and he didn't know anything about her.
So Nancy's father is a time traveler.
The what?
It looks like Nancy's father is a time traveler because he was supposed to be educated in 2930.
Oh. What is 2930, Nancy? She means 1930s. Okay. She means 1930s. And then this is kind of it. I have a couple who got transport President Lincoln's coffin for his first graveside. That would be related to the U.S. President's Project, which David's a PL of. And this is another good one. My fourth great-grandfather claimed via stories to be kidnapped as a boy from Scotland and brought by boat to America, where he stole away and made his way to Ohio. And DNA disproved it.
I actually do have this weird thing where my grandmother Oli, she said that we're related to Queen Isabella of Spain. We're not. We have no connection to Spain at all. She's Italian all the time, and she's just there's no way that you can connect the Queen Isabella of Spain. So that was quickly disproved.
Yeah, I was going to say that would be tough. And Patty, were you able to prove the massacre of the line, the Lee family line? You guys already know my family's story of where, on my biological father's side, the Barrel Boy story. He was abused as a child. Him and his brother, they couldn't stand being around the father in Germany, so they left Germany because the brother was a Hessian soldier coming over to fight. The brother didn't want to be left behind, so they stuck him in a barrel. Stayed in the barrel the entire ship ride over from Germany over to America, and the brother decided to stay. He didn't want to go back to Germany after fighting, so they both stayed and they settled, and long and behold, everybody in my family will fight me to the death to believe that barrel story. And I got to give credit to Flo and to Christine from Germany Project, because they chainsawed that idea completely. And what do you know? That abusive father lived next door to him for 30 years in West Virginia. So he couldn't have been that bad if he came over and enjoyed it. And can you imagine living in a barrel? Oh, and not only did the Germany Project do me a favor, working on it, looking at it, and chainsawing it, comes out he's with a little help with DNA. He's probably from France. So he's not even from Germany. So it's amazing. But I documented that. I have a sandbox and I documented that. And I get a lot of emails from that. And the emails are not positive. I get a lot of people. So, have you guys had any lovely emails from people if you put research notes in disproving it? And there's a really big project. I don't know if you guys know, it's on WikiTree, the Disproven Project. And they do a lot of work to disprove theories. And Isabel from the France Project, actually did a lot of work disproving the Crockett's, Davy Crockett, the Crockett's in the US. So definitely check out the Disproven Project because it's fascinating, all the work and research that they do with it. Okay. So we've got, did we ever get the link? The WikiTree link for the winner?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe Kim is we can find her easy because it looks like she has her last name.
Look her up on the list of participants for the thon.
That's what we'll do and see if we can get that. Okay, guys. So thank you.
Terriers.
She's there. Oh, and
Swiss Terriers.
We did our selfie. We always do a Midnight Madness selfie. So we did our selfie before the show. We hope you guys will drop your selfie as well on the GGG site. And other than that, this is a wrap for us for the thon. Make sure to stay tuned for Darren and Danita and Alesh coming up next. And then the big wrap up in about
8 hours.
8 hours.
7.5 hours.
About 7.5 hours. So we went a little long. So thanks, guys, for joining us. We appreciate you guys being here. For those of you that are watching afterwards, thanks. And if you want the bingo card, there's a lot of silly stuff on the bingo card. Let me know, and we'll see you next time. Stay warm.
See ya.
Okay.